3D art gaming chat fun. It is your show. Yes, yes, I need you. 3D art gaming chat fun. Let's learn together. 3D art gaming chat fun. It is your show. Come now, join us. Subscribe. Come now. Yes, yes, I need you. 3D art gaming chat fun. It is your show. Yes, yes, I need you. 3D art gaming chat fun. Let's learn together. 3D art gaming chat fun. It is your show. Come now, join us. Subscribe. Come now. Yes, yes, I need you. 3D art gaming chat fun. It is your show. Yes, yes, I need you. 3D art gaming chat fun. Let's learn together. 3D art gaming chat fun. It is your show. Come now, join us. Subscribe. Come now. Yes, yes, I need you. 3D art gaming chat fun. It is your show. Yes, yes, I need you. 3D art gaming chat fun. Let's learn together. 3D art gaming chat fun. It is your show. Come now, join us. Subscribe. Come now. Yes, yes, I need you. 3D art gaming chat fun. It is your show. Yes, yes, I need you. 3D art gaming chat fun. Let's learn together. 3D art gaming chat fun. It is your show. Come now, join us. Subscribe. Come now. Yes, yes, I need you. 3D art gaming chat fun. The xsinick show. 3D art gaming chat fun. Let's learn together. xsinick and I love you.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the show. Let's get some music happening here. Hey, how's it going? I hope your day has been going pretty good. My day's been going pretty interesting. I guess it's somewhat okay. Today on the stream, I'm going to be working in Blender and doing some mock-ups for a concept. So I don't know if you guys know, but there's a tutorial out there that I released on YouTube. It's simple creature creation in Blender. I call it character creation also. I mean, creature, character, you take your pick. Creatures is more, I guess, like animals and stuff like that, or like, something that's a creature. I guess people are creatures. Hey, anyways, there's a tutorial out there on how to do that simply. I'm actually going to use some of that in this concept that I want to kind of mock up. I was thinking about drawing the concept out, but I think I'll do it in 3D first, then draw it. So, and then draw over it, because it's gonna. I would like I'm trying to create a picture. So, if you ever want to create like just a regular picture, or you want to create like a 3D scene, you could use 3D to do both things. So let's jump in here and see what we could do. Hey xsinick, how's it going? Haven't seen xsinick in a while, guys.
Drawing on paper with pens and pencils. Draw the thing.
Oh well, I guess she really wants us to draw stuff, but we're gonna jump into Blender anyways. So tough luck there, xsinick. All right, guys, let's go. Okie dokie, here we are. We're in Blender, and let's see what we could do here. Okay, so first off, I'm actually going to use the default cube. I think the default cube has been underrated. A lot of people, it's been getting a lot of hate. People delete it, but whatever, you don't need to delete it. You can just use it for stuff. So I gotta remember that I'm not doing a tutorial. I'm literally just mocking up a concept. Oh, what happened there? I think this might have to be a little bit higher. We'll see how it works out once I get a character going here. Let's get some fancy colors happening. Random. Are we not to the front? Ew. See if we are at the front. Still the back. Okay. It's important that we make sure we got the actual front happening here. It's not bad. Something like that. Save this. Just give it a little bit of shading. There we are. We can totally see what's going on now. Well, that's, yep. Looks like this needs to be a little bit closer. First blush there of the concept. Okay, I'm gonna drop this down right here. Save this. Let's give this a name. Okay, so this is part here of the character creation. Some of the character creation tutorial that's out there on YouTube. So let's do that. I'm gonna just create like a regular plane. I actually have extra objects enabled in Blender, which gives me a single vertex, so that's cool. So I don't have to fight for it. So up to the point where you could use some of these techniques, kind of like how you would a pencil, would be really good. Yeah, this is going to be his leg. So I'm gonna model this guy in pose. Actually, it's not technically a guy, but there's so many different ways to go about doing this, but I'll choose this way. So it'll be interesting to see how this turns out altogether. A little bit of that, okay. I mean, the ideal thing would maybe to do like a guy and then actually pose the person, but I think like if you do it like in pose like a drawing, it forces you to like really check out your proportions. I don't know. Let me know. What do you think? Oh, look at that. Forgot a hip. Forgot the hip. Hip should be on the same level. Okay, so I think this might allow me to like play around with like the concept of what it is I'm trying to do. Let's see. Okay, sit your butt back there. This goes back a bit. Let's bring the tip of the foot there, and then I want the toes down there. If we could play with this like we would, you know, like a pencil or something, I think that'd be good. It's kind of like I think I'm wondering if the person should lean to the side. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Let's do that. You know what? Let's go ahead and create the rest. Let's just do that. Oh, what? Just having a little bit of fun in Blender. Okay. Alright, head is gonna be like this. I'm thinking this might be cool, like the person is leaning. Subdivide that. It's gonna be chest. Chest maybe up here like so. Should it be like, maybe they need to be like back into the chair. Yeah, I think I'll make the throne a little shallower. Let's bring the head back. Let's bring this back a bit. And let's do this. Maybe the head is a little too tilted. Maybe a slightly tilted. Now this is like part, like I was thinking like how would I do the rest of their what would the other hand do, you know? So I'm kind of leaning into this guy's as like a wood drawing, right? As a drawing, you're gonna have to like kind of look at, if you're doing something in pose, you're gonna have to look at the proportions and know how they, you know, if it looks right in pose. With 3D, you can get exactly what the proportions is gonna look like. I think maybe they should be holding something here, so let's do that. Maybe we put let's put this up a bit. Okay. A little bit of that. Okay, let's just go in here for the hands. Let's do the knuckles. I'm gonna switch over to that tweak tool. It's so much easier just to go straight in and just do something like this than to have to do a lot of crap to set up. Especially if you're gonna end up sculpting. I think this, you know, this might end up being a sculpt. Let's see, 1 joint, 2 joints. Should be okay. Let's make another joint here. Subdivide. If you're drawing, you're gonna have to like draw. Okay, so let's see. Let's make the hips a little bit wider. Not too wide. The hips in a bit. I could technically copy that and put that over there. Let's see. Let's try. Oh, is that selected also? Just flip it. What just? Whoa! What? Whoa! Whoa! Go back! Go back! Okay, we got it back. There we go. Okay, save. Alright, we got it back. What just happened? Okay, let's see if we can snap. Just grab. Let's see if we can snap this over here. As you guys know, Blender snap is not 100%. You know, you gotta like, I mean, there's different ways you could go about doing it, but it's slightly tricky. So if you ever try to do that and you find like you're getting weird results, that's why. Let's see here. Okay, let's rotate the hand. Okay, I think this should be holding something, so that's what I put. That's why I put that there. What I'm gonna do though, you know, looking at the hand needs to be a lot bigger. Okay, let's fix this first. Bring that in. Something like that. Okay, let's scale the hand up. Just like that. And I think you could go like to active element. Yep. Well, let's do both hands. You know what? Hold on. Scale. How much are we scaling? Let's go up 1.2. Oh. Let's go 2. What? 0.1. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not clearing it. That's why. 1. Let's go 2.0. Yep. Twice times the size is great. Oh, whoa. Let's do it over. Scale 2.0. Enter. Let's do it with the other hand. Active element. Scale 2.0. Now the hands look really big, but we can always scale those down. I think big hands for the character that I'm thinking about should work, and big feet also. So let's you can never have too big of a of a foot. Oh man, I sound really weird saying that. Okay, so let's okay, let's skin this thing. Okay, let's see here. Oh yeah, we need toes also. So, but let's put the skin modifier on and then do the toes. Well, let's go. Oh, that's inverted. That's interesting. We'll fix that. Okay, let's start with something manageable like this, and then we'll scale each part. I think this may be inverted here, so let's see what I can do about that. Think. You see Alt N. Alt N. Oh, it's also not connected. Alt N. Flip. Okay, we probably need to connect it first. Should have probably done that first. Let's see. Grab that to that. Let's M to last. There we go. There it is. Okay. Let's do the toes. Let's go into this X-ray mode, which is pretty good. Let's go here. This is an important part. Again, I sound weird saying that. All right, so let's see here. Let's put this up there like that. So that. Technically, the person should only have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should only have this many toes. Let's turn the modifier off. It's distracting me. Go back into here. Okay, so this is where the, like, what do you call that? The top toe joint. Something like that. And then the toe angles off, right? The feet angles, it angles off, right? The little toe is like that. And then, but some people have like a long middle toe, but we're not gonna like do all that kind of crazy stuff. All right, let's just do something like that. Let's bring this up there like that. Let's bring this back up like so. Okay, so the foot has a natural kind of arc to it. Let's come here. Okay. Let's do like that. Okay. Subdivide those. We're gonna break out some reference in a minute. I just want to see how much I could do with my own head. How much you can do in your own head. This needs to be closer. Let's subdivide these. V. Oh, my bad. Control Z, Control B, and then V. There we go. Get some of the more joints. So like, it's like, if I can remember, like the toe wants to do something like that. Something like that. Right? Kind of wants these want to be down, and these should all be on the same level. We'll put the skin modifier back on in a minute here. We'll do like the other one. We'll like duplicate duplicate like the whole foot, and this is like the heel, and this is the heel to the toe. Of course, this will have like a natural arc to it. Heel comes down a bit. It will be a little bit much, but the character I'm thinking about, it should be okay. It's not a completely human character. Or should it be? I mean, I don't know. I've been going back and forth on whether the character should be human or not. Just kind of angle that in a bit. Okie dokie. So we just have to copy. Oh, let's just see what it looks like skinned. Put the skin back on. Let's make sure it's scale, and let's go here. Okay, that's cool. So we could adjust this skin. We could adjust the skin right here. May have to do some connections and do some adjustments, but I think this should be all right. Let's duplicate this part here. Okay. All right. Stick it there. Grab. Let's mirror it. Mirror. X. Enter. Let's flip normals. Like while we're here, flip normals, and let's get this part back onto the foot here. Oh, we got active. Let's go bounding box here. Come on, you can do it, Blendy. There we go. Alright, let's just turn the whole scene on. I just want to see, because this is supposed to wrap. Okay. Let's go active element, which is right there. Let's rotate. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Alright. It's all about rotations, guys. It's all about rotations. Okay, so let's grab this guy here. Grab, merge that guy. So last, okay. Let's go back. Let's come out of here, and let's just start to give some thickness and stuff like that. Okay, so we have to do some adjustments. So like right off the bat, let's save this. There's a lot of adjusting, so I'm just gonna adjust the throne. And that's the whole point of me like trying to do this, so I could mock up this for drawing, tracing over, and all that sort of stuff, all that sort of good stuff. But we see how far we could push in just the 3D model. So just knowing off the bat, like the throne the seat should be much more shallow, like that. Okay, and I think the weapon that I have in mind is gonna hold a weapon here, and this is gonna be like leaned like that. Maybe do something like that. Okay. So I'm gonna select everything again. Let's press save. Let's just say save again. Save. Control S and Control A. Let's scale. Give some little bit of thickness. Okay. Let's start to thicken certain parts. It's going to go here to this mode. Oh, yeah. Scale that part. Control A. So how was your day?
How interesting. Just look at that.
You think so, xsinick? Let's see here. Scale this. Yeah, that could take some scales. Scale this part here. This is kind of like the head. See if we could restrict it. Yeah, a little bit of restriction. Okay, this person needs some his hips. So let's see if we could like really get that going. Okay, I may need to do extra like subdivisions just to make sure all this works, and there's a lot of adjustment. Scaling there. Okay. Maybe the arms is just a little. Let's just duck back on that a bit. Yeah, something like that. And of course the fingers. Let's get that going. Hand is fine. So let's select the tips, the fingertips. Now, would proportional editing work on all these tips at once? I have no clue. Let's see. Oh, let's bring that down. Probably something like that. A scale. Oh. It kind of does. That's not really. Okay. Let's do the tips and then. Okay, I know what to do. Let's do this. Scale tips. Control A. Scale tips a bit. A little bit. Control plus. Scale again. Control A. I think that's okay enough for what it is we're trying to do. Let's see if we get some foot action. Yeah, this person is Tuzik. Okay. Okay, and we could always adjust the feet some more. I'm gonna bring in. I rather the toes be kind of somewhat thick, but let's bring it in just a little bit because it's a little weird. Let's make it feel more like toes, something like that. So a little bit like that. Let's go again, something like that. So just so that we could sculpt on it, and we're gonna adjust these points later. I'm thinking maybe I should subdivide this. Let's see what that does. Control B. Might not lead to anything that good. Okay, so that's good. Let's see if we could let's subdivide this more. Control B, and then go V. V. Let's see if we could scale this back. Okay, that's better. Let's select these. Let's scale X. Okay. That's okay. The head is never like really like 100%. You know, it's just you just need something there so you could start sculpting on, right? That's kind of like what it's there for. In pose sculpting. Interesting. In Blender. Let's see. Can I? No, you definitely need that. Smooth branching? What's that? Oh. That's interesting. I have no idea what that actually does there. What does it do? Smooth branching. Smooth complex geometry around branches. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I'll leave that off. The symmetry is on. Let's turn that off. We don't have any symmetry. Can I make the shoulders bigger again? I may need to subdivide the shoulders, I'm thinking. Okay, let's try that. Subdivide. Subdivide, subdivide. All you wanna do is subdivide. Okay, yes. GG's. Okay. So we do have our a basic kind of pose thing here going on. I mean, should I added bones and then pose the character? Maybe, maybe. Well, I wanted to see if we could do like a freeform thing, you know, like Z spheres or something. Yeah, I think this needs to rock like that, rock back like that. What determines the subdivision level between this and this? Like, that's my thing. Maybe I should, let's subdivide that, see what that does. Yeah, that gives you a little more control there. Why is it not? I feel like that could be higher. So GG's on that. Okay, so we need to push this guy out some more because of the skinning. The arm could stay anchored, but we just want to push the... Yeah. That's the cool thing about this. You could like decide to do something like that. Yeah, push the butt a little bit forward so it looks like the more in the seat. Just bring it up some more. Let's push this whole this whole leg out a bit so it's not like... Yeah, so it's on the edge. It's gotta be back a bit. How about this leg? Thinking this might be a little bit higher. So this is really good practice for like, you know, like learning proportions even in pose, because it's easy to like make a T pose or A pose and make sure, you know, bring in reference and all that sort of stuff. Let's see here. Let's go in here, generate. Subdivision surfaces. Ooh, look at that. All of a sudden, right? Alright, so... Bring the head back a bit. I'm gonna try something different. Let's go for like, let's see how much we could push this. Save before you push anything. Let's see here. Let's connect that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Aha, look at that. Okay. It's interesting. Let's do this. Okay. Subdivide. Subdivide. All we want to do is subdivide. Okay. Oh, those things are completely destroyed. I don't know if it's worth it for the head for me to like get that crazy with it. Let's just keep it as simple as possible. Okay, and let's subdivide the neck here. Yep, that fixed that a little bit. Yep, let's make that thicker. And what you could do is like select this and then A and then restrict on the X and kind of like try to give it a little. This is going. It's not going along the like like the normal of like, yeah, the normal. Because you know, it doesn't know. But you could. I think you should be able to tell it like take the axis of an object here. Its parents. Align the transform axis to the object's parent space. Yeah. So no. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone for a minute. Let's see here. Median visual object. Yeah, so you could play around with those things. I think the head is fine because we could always just drop another thing on top of the head. Okay, let's see if we could like go further in and just like really try to move in on the shape of this. I mean, we can't get the shape 100%, but we could get it pretty close, right? Close enough to do a sculpt on it. Yeah, something like that. Should I hold on here? So, grab. If I dissolve that, hold on. Thought so. Sometimes you gotta dissolve things. Okay, I want a natural arc to this leg, so let's subdivide that to the thigh. I mean, so you know, again, you know, we're just doing this for like drawing purposes. I mean, it's not 100%, but there is a slight something. Probably don't want to do it like this, right? But I'm gonna cheat a little bit. Let's see. Control A. Thick. Control A. Okay, that's the center point. Control A. Bring that down a bit. Control A. Bring that down a smidgen. Yeah, we do have this here that's causing a thing. Let's bring this back, make it more. I don't know if you have guessed it by now, so it should be somewhat female. And I said somewhat female because I haven't like decided whether I want to make it like a guy or a girl as yet, but like some serious hips there for a guy, so I guess I'm maybe going the girl route. Okay, let's give it some thickness on the wrist and maybe the palm of the hand. Yeah, boy. Palm of the hand look good. Let's give it this just the wrist alone some thickness. Okay, and we could go ahead and subdivide this some more. Let's see this. Okay, so the feet needs work. Let's go ahead, just work on one part here. Maybe if I get rid of that. Oh, let's GG's that. GG. Slide them. It's supposed to be a heel, but it's all good. Select this. Grab that. Let's go like this. Let's just take our time. Kind of adjust that slightly. I mean, I don't need to do this level of work on this because, I mean, once you start sculpting, it's kind of like things get pushed around a lot, but, I don't know, guys, like, you know, we're just hanging out, right? This is a hangout stream. This is not even like a full work stream, guys. We're just hanging out, you know. We could talk and chat. Or not. Okay, let's bring out some reference for the feet. Okay, I'm gonna bring some reference. Let's save this. Let's come out of X-ray mode just for a smidgen. And look overall. All right, the head of course needs some work. I gotta think of a way to do like a head. I think I have a way to do a head. Maybe like a cross will work if I make the head into like a cross or just a single point. Maybe I'm overdoing the head. But anyways, so where were we? We were about to get some reference. Oh yeah, the thighs. Let's do some calves. Hold on, before you jump into some reference. So I'm just gonna subdivide between here and here. Oops, subdivide. Oh, let's go back here. Yeah, subdivide here and here. Subdivide. And let's bring the calves up a bit higher. Let's do GGs. Right, and then scale that. Yeah, some little calves. Oh, let's do the middle of the thigh. Let's make that A. Let's make that thick. Yeah. I don't know, guys. I mean, that feels like something to me. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, definitely getting some. And we need to do the arms, like the midsections of the arms, and that kind of thing, kind of hint like where muscles are and stuff. Maybe the arms could be a little bit shorter, but we'll see how this works. Maybe it could be more hunched forward. So, all right. So, oh yeah, let's get some reference. Nick, I never see you use reference. Oh, I got a ton of reference, guys. It's all in my head. Okay, let's go here. Reference. I even have a folder called reference. Human anatomy. Okay. Face, hands. I don't have a foot folder. What? I have body, face, hands. Okay, let's make one for like. Let's put foot. I mean, would I be creepy if I put toes? I'm just joking. All right, so like all right, let's enough screwing around. Let's do this. So body. I'm guessing if I go in the body thing, I'll probably find feet somewhere. Let's see. Okay. So this is like modeling. Oh, this is maybe for topology, maybe. Okay. Let's go here. Okay. This is not adequate for like getting down to the foot itself. Let's see what else I got here. I just made that folder there, by the way. So face, hands. Wow. Actually, I have an excuse to go get some. Nah, I'm just. All right, I have another folder. Let's take a look there. Let's take a look at another folder. Okay, so art, assets, reference, human anatomy reference. Oh, this is even less. Okay. And of course we have faces. Wow, I don't have feet. I have hands. Okay. Easily solved. We just have to just do a quick search. I really thought I did. I'm just gonna type up foot ref. Okay, here we go. Maybe because I know this part really well, I didn't look for. Okay, all right. Enough with the jokes. Let's see here. Let's see. what looked like a good okay, don't want to use anybody with any stuff off our Patreon. This looks interesting. Okay, I'm gonna save. Let's see, save. I'll show you guys what I'm doing here in a minute. Okay, let's do this one here too, because this is, you know, you gotta get some serious images here. Oh, you know what? I actually have okay, we're gonna use this here though. I actually have like actual images I paid of like actual human models modeling, but I gotta be careful what I show here on Twitch, because if you know, you can't show any kind of nude stuff here, even if you're doing it for like reference and technical purposes. So even if it's for art, so we gotta just be really careful. That's why I haven't dove into those folders, because they're like for actual like models where you could like get full human anatomy, and I don't think Twitch is for that. So like we're not gonna jump in there for that. I don't know when the human body in itself isn't, you know, is not pornographic or whatever it is, but still, you know, we just want to make sure that we complying to all you know, to the platform's guidelines. Trying to be responsible, guys. Let's keep the responsibility going. Oh, I like this one. Okay, I'll show you guys what I got in a minute here. Let me just save this, save link as. Okay. Oh, whoa, whoa. Okay, let's do this as okay, save that one. Okay, I think I might be okay for reference images of feet. Let's just double check here real quick. All right, so this is what I got, guys. Let me show you. Hold on. Oh, hold on here. Okay, this is what I got. I think this is like a painting, right? It's not a real photo, but this is a real photo though, right? It's kind of a good idea. I literally have an archive of like models, so I think I'll go through those and kind of like just kind of crop the feet themselves. And this is good too, because this gives you like the different major features of a foot, you know, which is like the arch here, and then you have the inner arch. It doesn't really show the inner arch that well, but it just breaks it down to like blocks if you want to do that. And this, I like this here because it actually gives you like different feature, like contours of the foot. Be it drawing and it's a little exaggerated, but you could play around with that. And of course, you know, the painting is not bad, but you know, this actual image is okay, right? So it's a good start, right? So let's just gonna drop that in my real reference image folder here. Let's go cut. Okay, let's drop down in reference, human reference, and foot. Yeah, I gotta be careful with some of this reference thing, so I don't want to accidentally show any nudes on here. So all right, so let's see, let's get bref. If you're on Windows, there's a one called puref. Okay, Okay, I like this one here because it kind of shows you like the major like features on how the foot slides like that. And I don't have to get this detailed because the character is not human, but it's good to have like these things. Let's see here. And let's get the real image of the lady's feet here. Make that a little bit bigger. I like this one because it kind of shows the arch and how the foot actually is, opposed to a drawing. Right, so drawings is interpretive, but actual photos is like, you know, what everything is based off of. And this is it flexing, and this is it on the ground. Even though the person look like they're, whoa, come on. Look like their toes is a little bit tense here, but still, you know, it's a good idea. Okay. What is going on? Oh, I'm holding shift, guys, back. I'm trying to move so quick. Like, okay, let's go. So let's put this side by side like so, and let's just make sure that this floats on top at all times. Always on top. And we could actually get rid of let's get rid of the top title bar and all that. Oh, wait a minute. If we do that, we can't move it. Let's bring it back. We need the title bar. What we don't need is the menu. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm just gonna put this down in the corner here like so. Alright, yeah, so it's good to kind of have an idea, right? I mean, we're not gonna get this level using this technique, but it's good to know so we could kind of like have everything in some level of order, okay? So first of all, bring that close up there. See, already we're doing the right thing. So you have like one, the ball part, two, and yeah, so two bones. So for the toe, let's get rid of that one, vertex. Let's bring this up. All right, let's do something like this, and then you got the middle toe. So let's make sure all these parts here, this rolls back a bit, and then this comes forward, and then this rolls back again. Let's bring this here. All right, and of course we could select these parts here and Control A and make that fatter or whatever. Make that side kind of like so. Let's come down here. Kind of bring this like that. All right, we don't have to get it perfect, but we just got to get it close enough. I'm just gonna isolate just on this. Let's go to the top view here. Let's continue doing what we're doing. Okay, so let's bring this forward a little bit. So we got this ligament here, that ligament, and this definitely ducks behind the big toe, of course. And of course you got progressively more in. Everybody has different feet. Some people don't like to do hands and feet when they're drawing and doing art. I mean, it is one of the more kind of touchy things to do to have look right. But you know, I like to do them a lot because I feel like the finer, like it's like two things, right? So I feel like the primary shapes of the body and the secondary shapes are the most important, and then the fine details are not that important. You know, they're important, but they're not that important, you know, because you could just add detail, right? Let's just zoom into that. Let's do this. And of course, guys, you know, it's like, you know, we're gonna like fix this up, right? So it's not gonna stay like this. All right, this is just me trying to get like some level of base model happening based on the character, the character that I want to do. All right, and you can start adding in all the details and everything. Let's do a little bit of a curl there, and then what happens, like the foot naturally kind of rolls down like that. So kind of want to simulate that just slightly. I mean, I really don't have to go into this level of detail for this mock-up model, to be honest. I mean, you could like literally sculpt all that in, but I mean, we're just having fun, right? Having fun playing around with this. Let's do that, and then this goes up and this comes down. Okay, let's go to the side view. Okay, let's kind of settle everything down here. Something like that. Again, you know, don't worry about the ball of the thing, because I mean, literally, you know, we're just working. We could just do something like that. Subdivide again. GG's. You know, I mean, we don't have to get crazy with this part here at all. Control A. Can I bring that in a bit? Control. I'm gonna bring that out to like the foot, but you know, I don't want to have to. Anyways, it is what it is. Let's see how far we could go with it. This is like the arc, right? I mean, it's amazing that you could make this with just these simple things, right? Oh, you have cankles. Just joking. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to have fun with myself, guys. Like, you know. Oh man. Oh, look at that. Let's hide that. It's interesting. It's fine. And we could just take this, put this, and replace this part here with that, right? So let's go in and do that. I had to say the word cankles, didn't I? Okay, let's go here. Let's get rid of that vertices. Ooh, is that? Oh, okay, that's why I had that selected. I was like, what? All right, so let's go in here. Let's select that. Let's duplicate that. Grab X, let's bring it over here. Control M, X, mirror that. Grab. Oh. G for grab. Let's bring it up to. Oh, for once it snapped. It snapped perfectly. Let's do Alt N to do normals. Let's bring back like the scene a little bit here with the thing, because yeah, definitely, you know, we gotta adjust this part. Grab. Okay, I'm gonna go to last. Right, we kind of got it back to like what we had there. Except that, okay, let's do this. Subdivide. GG to slide along that edge. That's such a cool feature, right? Control A, scale that back, and let's Control A, make this big. It's a bit. Whoa. Control A, let's go along there. Let's bring that in a bit. I don't like that. Let's just do a regular A like that. So A, let's bring that down a bit. Yeah, okay. GG. Good game. Okay, I'm gonna cheat right there a little bit. Okay. So I'm thinking that this leg looks a little bit shorter. And we could fix that. Let's just grab this whole section here. So I'm showing you guys how to make like a, I mean, this could be, I'm not showing you anything. I'm working on something. I'm stuck in tutorial mode, oh my gosh. And Blender help mode, no. I'm not showing anything, guys. I'm just working on literally something that I need to do. Oh my gosh. Okay. So that's the active right there, and I'm gonna go to active element, and let's just you could literally rotate this part like that. I'm gonna do a little bit because you know your foot flexes, so I'm gonna flex. I'm gonna rotate here the active element, kind of flex that down a bit, and yeah, that feels like something there to me. And I'm gonna do that on this part here. Flex that down even more. Come on, you can do it. Probably not so much, just a little bit. All right. Let's go back here. Whoa, and we're not in render mode, in regular mode. So this is looking all right. You could give the same attention to detail with the hands, of course, right? You could go in with the hands and you could do the same thing. Let's just adjust the fingers just a little bit. Oh, whoops. Let's go here. Let's go like this. Go ahead and save. Sorry guys, just gotta save here a bit. Okay, tab. Control A. Okay, so we're getting like a thumb happening. We're getting a thumb to everyone. I feel like this needs that. Yeah, it definitely needed the other. Okay, so we gotta like focus on like the knuckle part, right? I'm looking at my thumb. It's kind of back there a bit. Okay. Oh, we're missing some extra knuckles. Let's do that. Yeah, here we are. Squabble up. Knuckles. Okay. Alright, this is a little weird, right? But we could we'll adjust this as we go on. Again, this doesn't have to like look like anything spectacular. It just has to have a shape. So once we if we go into sculpt mode, then we have like something more to work with. Maybe I should have just done a character and then posed it, because this would be like literally in place. Like we wouldn't be able to like add bones and animate it. I mean, we kind of could, but not in a real way, right? Which probably I'll regret later. I was like, why didn't I make it so that I could like do all these things, you know? Okay, so I'm gonna we'll pose the hand out. I'm gonna put something here in the hand. Let's just do that. Now if you're watching this and you're like, this doesn't look like high quality at all, then you don't understand what it takes to like do certain kinds of sculpting. Like when I say that, I mean that you normally start with a simple form, right? So that's what. So if you're thinking that it comes down to like, you normally when you sculpt, you start with simple forms, you block things out, then you start sculpting detail. You could, you know, and that kind of thing. And a lot of sculptors out there, like who are actually sculpting clay, a lot of them do impose sculpting, right? So that's like the character's doing some sort of action pose or something like that. I'm just gonna put like a little rod in his hand so that we could flex the fingers. Okay, so mesh, just go cylinder. Let's give this a little more subdivisions here. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna give it some more. It really doesn't matter. Okay, so something like that. Let's give it a little more depth. Okay, just gonna do that. Let's go to this mode and let's go back into that mode. Okay, so come out of X-ray. We want to be able to see what's happening. Okay, I feel that to me feels like something wants to happen there, and that feels okay. Okay, scale Z. I'm just gonna do like up to there. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to kind of fit. I'm just going to a direct front view. And like, okay, so this is where the whole thing is. I feel like the whole body needs to shift. Like, while we could like adjust things, why not adjust things, right? So, see here. Let's adjust. Maybe the butt could be a little close. Maybe this part here could be a little bit more like that. Select this part, let's shift the butt there a bit. And maybe we could rotate the whole thing a little bit, so it's kind of like something like that. It's like the person is maybe that's the action right there. And maybe we do something like this, and we just kind of curve the spine here a bit. Yeah, so that's kind of like more off-centered. It's all about it's really all about, and some people have a slight bow-leggedness. It's never straight. So let's give him, like, give her or him that like bow-legged thing there. And this is slightly curved. That's fine. Let's see what else. Maybe this still needs to come across this a little bit. I feel maybe come down a bit. Okay, let's just take a look. Okay, it's starting to feel a little more natural. Let's subdivide. Let's get some girth on the arms there a bit. I feel like maybe the arms is a little long, but it should work for what we're doing. Subdivide. It's GG's, good game. Whoa. GG's, something like that. And let's come out of X-ray mode and let's Control A scale. Let's take a look. Yeah. All right, so you got a little thickness going on there, and then we want some thickness to the, like a little bit of bicep, because I think that I want to do it as a girl, so I don't want. I mean, she could be like mega jacked, right? We could do a jacked girl. Nothing's wrong with that. Just not for this one. Not for what I'm thinking about right now. She could be somewhat jacked, but not completely jacked. Like, oh, what? Okay, I don't know what that means, but I just said it. Okay, so let's see here. Subdivide. Okay, that's fine. Like the midpoint is fine. Let's Control A. Give it a little jackness. Okay, I think that kind of works. I think shoulders maybe. Control A. Puff the shoulders up some. Probably this here needs to go down. Control A. Yeah, that needed to go down a bit. Maybe the base needs Control A. Base needs to go up a bit. One, two, three. I think we may have too many fingers for what I'm thinking, so I might get rid of the extra fingers, because it may not work with what we're trying to do, but let's see here. Let's just rotate these, and we could rotate, and let's go here with active element, like that. Let's rotate like that. Rotate like that. Oh, you can do that, huh? Yes, you can. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3 bags full. Okay. Let's do it like that. I'm just gonna pose it around. It's not gonna be perfect, but we could we'll adjust it as we go, guys. I mean, for what I want, this would be getting me like 50% of the way there, if not like 75. Well, not 75. I mean, it's still like a blank kind of character, but okay. And I could just use a tweak tool, guys. No big deals. No big deals. Let's see, and do it like that. I don't think I want the person holding it that tight, so let's see. So maybe like that. Okay. I want them to like look like as if like they're kind of nonchalant about like sitting on a powerful throne holding a powerful weapon kind of thing. These are not bones, these are just points that we're just moving into some level of place. And of course, you know, we're gonna look at you know, like the knuckle part here, how all this works together. And I'm thinking that I may have one finger too much for what it is I want. The person only has 4 fingers. And if you've been following the stream and looking at some of the stuff I've done, you kind of might have an idea what I'm doing. You'd be like, I know what Nick is doing. He's creating, if you know, don't say. Oh, matter of fact, if you're watching this on YouTube, leave me a comment. What do you think that this character is going to be? I'll probably sell it out before we finish the stream. But as of right now, if you're watching, just, you know, put a comment down there and say, hey, what do you think it should be, or whatever it is. It's an Ultra Spaghetti Man. It's a Pillsbury Doughboy's cousin, sitting on a throne. Alright, so I'll work on this some more, guys. Gotta pull out this middle part here a bit. Okay, that part probably cannot do something like that. Do something like that. And there's a natural arc to the hand too. If you hold your hand, it's like the foot also, like as you get to like your little finger, it kind of slopes down, like the depth of your hand. It's kind of curved slightly. At least in drawing it makes sense that way. If you're drawing things, as I said, I don't want to like. I think the finger here is probably a little too tight, a little too much around there. We could adjust this some more. And let's see. Normally, when people hold things, their fingers come together tightly. So we're probably gonna try to like kind of simulate a little bit of that, right? Let's leave the one finger kind of up like that a little bit. Okay. Again, don't have to be 100% on this being crazy, right? Being stellar. It doesn't have to be stellar. It just has to be good enough. I just have the natural curve of the thumb. Form over details. Form is gonna win every time because once you add the details, it's gonna look crazy. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so that's all right, right? It's not perfect. Let's just save this as is, and let's look at the hand. I mean, as is, this hand right here is okay, but let's get rid of the extra finger. I think I might want to get rid of this one, just so we could save what the other one is doing. Let's delete these vertices. Right, I don't mind that doing that, and let's just bring this closer. And we got to make some knuckles also, so we'll do that. Just arch that a little bit, arc it, and I think the thumb should come down. If I could remember, something like that. Control A, make it more of a thumb-like kind of thing. Don't worry, guys. We'll get it. It's not gonna be broken forever. What happened to got in an accident? She got in an accident with a blender. In Blender. With a hand. Alright, so let's subdivide this here. Subdivide. Let's get some knuckle action going on. Some knuckles. Okay, I'm gonna select these tips. I'm just gonna make them a little fatter. Oh, not that. Oh. Okay, fingertips a little fatter, so do that. Hey, it's a little fatter. Okay, it's fine. Gotta look at the length of this ligament in the finger. This section. See, hold on here. So this is a knuckle. Then we have one bone here. Then do we have too many bones? Hold on. Knuckle, bone. Yeah, we do have too many bones. Okay. So I guess I had it correct at first. Okay. Yeah. It's like, no, actually no. Hold on. One. I have to count. Hold on here. Like 1, 2, 3. It should be 3. Yeah. Okay. The tip. Okay. Yeah. There you go. As always. Yeah, because this is a knuckle. That's why. Okay. I'm just gonna bring this across, kind of straighten that up, something like that. This should probably be curled a little tighter, so I'm just gonna do that. And this should be like kind of like about to do its thing. The knuckles all should be arched with the kind of like the hand vibe going on here. Okay, let's see. Okay, maybe this could be. Let's see here. Yeah, we definitely need like that doing that, and then that coming in here like that. And let's see, how does this want to be? Does this want to be down and out maybe? And then this angled up. Okay. I think we may have a good enough layout to work on. Oh, what's going on here with the face? Maybe I think maybe I should simplify the face. Let's get in there. It's like I'm doing all these weird things here with the face, and you know, we need just a simple head. You know, nothing nuts, right? Just a blob of a head. Okay. And maybe what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna angle the whole hand down. So let's do that. Yes, sir. Okay, so let's go ahead and angle that down. Yeah. Even though I wanted like to rest against the chin, just in terms of like just sculpting purposes, and then we could always like move that up on the chin. And I'm not going to do like a detailed sculpt. I would like to, but for what I'm doing, it's going to be kind of like a drawing. So I don't want to waste too much time doing an overly detailed sculpt. Okay, let's get all these points kind of like tilted. Okay, let's go into our perfect front view. All right, let's see here. Can I, you know what, let's just go, I'm just gonna go for it, guys. Hold on. Tweak tool. Okay, all the cool kids use the tweak tool. That's what happens. Okay, so we got this here. Okay, bring that over there. Maybe the head is too tilted. Let's see. Let's rotate the head. Maybe something like that, maybe. Let's look at the overall thing. Maybe the head should... Whoa. Scale. Grab it. Okay, I mean, eventually it's gonna rest on the hand, right? So the hand needs to go back into like the chest where the... You know, like really when you rest your hand in your hand like that, it's kind of like... You really lean in and like you go like on the top of your hand here, and like your head kind of rests like near your wrist, And I know we've done a sculpt like this before here on the stream, but let's see what else. You know, let's move the whole part here. So I'm just gonna select that like this. And let's see if we could just give it like a slight rotation over. I'm gonna rotate right here in this active element right there. Let's go, yep, still active element. Okay, let's give it like a slight rotation. I don't want to overdo it, but let's give it. Yeah, see, yeah, so it comes down. Yeah, so it feels like it's trying to rest it on the hand. I'm gonna angle the hand more down. I think that's gonna give it more of a gothic vibe. Like, that's the best way I could describe it. Let's go. Whoa. Is the chest selected? Hey, how is this? This versus this. This versus this. This is like, you know, this is like I'm thinking about something. Okay, yeah, let's do that. But I'm just gonna tilt it down just for the sake of sculpting. Well, we're gonna have to probably break up this model, you know, just to make sure things work. Okay, let's go here. Let's just back, just back. Okay, so we got that happening there. Let's look at the hand here. It looks stupid. So let's go here and let's go ahead and just select that. Select that, and let's go here. Select that. Okay. Can we do this? Is that a thing? Okay. I think we might have something that we could start sculpting with, guys. Whoa, what's going on here? All these doodads. Okay, let's go up one more subdivision level and see if we could do even more like futzing around. The only thing that's bothering me is this part here, and I know there's another program where you could do this kind of mock-up. What was the name of it again? I forgot. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so sorry. But there's a program where you could do this whole sort of stuff, and you could control the amount of subdivisions. But I think the skin modifier is doing it on the fly, right? So on the fly, as you do it. So let's go up one more subdivision level. Yeah, it kind of holds its shape. So yeah, it kind of holds it as this. Let's just go. Whoa. Let's go. Whoa. Hold on. Did I just? Hold on here, guys. We gotta double check something here. Did I just ultra subdivide this? No, I didn't. Okay. So, just checking. Let's go ahead and just do. Come on. Smooth shade. Smooth shading. There we go. I gotta figure out a better way to get the head happening, but it's all good. I'm just looking at the overall form to see if it's something that we could play with during sculpt, and I think we can. What I'm going to do, I'm going to thicken the fingers a bit, because the fingers are not thick enough. Select these. These might be thick enough, but I'm just going to go ahead and select those. Anywho's, and come into here. It's gonna go ahead and just do like that maybe, and let's get that thicker. Control A. Maybe I might screw it up by doing that. I don't know. Okay, let's come in here. Fine back there. Okay, let's thicken this thumb. It's it's all good, guys. It's not gonna be something I'm actually animating. It's literally for a still render slash draw over kind of thing. Okay, I gotta play around with the other elements of the image I'm trying to create. So let's just frame this to begin with, so we could play around with some elements. Save. Okay, let's do that. Let's get rid of that. Lights. Let's zero out the camera and let's play around with it. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, start from 0. X 90. Okay, let's get a camera position. You'd be surprised at how much like camera and lights trip people up when they're just starting Blender, you know. Okay, so let's go in here. Eevee is fine. I just want to change the aspect ratio of my camera. I want it to be 1024 by 1024, so it's a perfect square because it's going to be a render. And I'm going to slice my view here. And let's go into the camera view. Take a look through the camera's lens, and let's frame what we're doing. I think I want to frame it like this. Before I wanted to frame it like this, but then, you know, in hindsight, I think like this may be the action right here. Okay, is this absolutely? Is that directly in the center? It is. Yup. Is all person in the center? Yes. Okay, so that works. I guess the stick here is throwing it for a loop there, which is good. We got the center of the stick. And I'm just getting so many ideas right now, you guys don't even know. Okay, so let's start with the first set of ideas. Let's go in here. Let's do some terrain. So this is fine as is. I'm gonna duplicate that. All right. Oh, that's perfect. Let's call this I'm gonna call this snow. Let's give that terrain snow. And the other one, let's call this ground. Let's call this glass. Okay, let's select the snow. Let's subdivide this one here. Subdivide. All they want to do is subdivide. Let's go 20 by 20. Okay. Select everything and let's subdivide yet again and again and again. And I'm gonna adjust this so that we get the maximum amounts of coverage within the camera view. So I'm just gonna come probably about there, just in case if we wanna back up a bit with the camera. I don't think we would, but you never know, right? Let's do something like this. Alright, I'm gonna take the snow part. I'm just gonna duck him just a little bit below the z-axis. Just a smidgen. Okay. And we could use the sculpt tools, or you could use the what do you call it? The proportional editing. I feel like using proportional editing just so anybody out there could see that you could do stuff like that with it. But no, let's just go straight into sculpting. It's all good. So I'm just gonna jump into sculpt. Alright, now we have that snow part, so I'm just gonna do like this and kind of try to get back some of that snow poking through here. Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to see like what I'm getting in the camera view. So let's do that and let's go into the camera view here. Oh yeah, there we go. I want to see what I'm getting. Let's go T and okay. I don't want a crazy amount of. I think maybe, let me think about this. Maybe it should be angled up on one side. Like there should be a lot of like snowdrift things on one side. And definitely around here. I'm looking in my my view here because that's the only thing that's gonna matter in the end, kinda. Let's go a little bit closer to the camera. Let's see if I can get a. You could even just sculpt right in view here, but it's all good. Let's do a little bit of this coming up front there like that. Yeah, I think I might be screwing up a little bit here, but let's do something like that. That seems fine. I think maybe too much snow things here, and let's like really go back there and like let's pile it up. I'm calling it snow. It's more topology, right? Like, it's all good. Let's make it professional. Let's go ZBrush. Ah, you didn't know Blender had ZBrush, did you? I crack that joke every time, guys. Don't worry about it. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I definitely want to like get some mounds up on this side. Okay, and this may just be enough for what it is I'm trying to do. Okay. Okay, so let's come back here. Let's go like that. Oh. Yeah, a little slight unevenness, a little higher on this side. It's all good. Can I get another mound that pops up? Oh, it's coming. Let's smoothen this one down a bit. Okay, I feel this is alright. It's alright. Smooth that out a bit. Now let's actually sort of duck that back a bit. Yeah, something like that. Let's duck this back a bit. Yeah. And let's duck around the throne just a little bit. Smooth that out a bit. Okay. Ooh, I gotta adjust my throne. See, it's good thing it's good thing we're doing mock-ups here, guys, because like when you mock things up, you could kind of see things. So the thing about this though is that I don't like the way this. I want it to be almost, well, you know what? If I bring the back there, it'll take away from the fact that this is an armrest. So no, this is fine. This is fine. This works. Okay. I feel like you need a higher mound in the back, right? So I'm gonna shoot for that. Let's go back into sculpt and you zoom out. The brush automatically gets a little bit bigger. Let's make sure we have this selected though, and go back into sculpt. And let's just do something like this until we see a mound pop up. Yeah, something like that. Smooth it back. Let's smooth the front a bit. Yep, make it all simple. Let's get a big mound in the back here too. Yep. This is kind of like how I draw. Like when I draw certain things, like sometimes, you know, it helps if you could draw stuff. Like sometimes I do like these kind of sweeping edges for like terrain like that comes like that. And I try to mimic that in some of the level designs that we're working on in Soul 3000 and for some of my own art. You know, you kind of get a, you know, if you could keep your style or whatever you like to do when you do this stuff, I think it's kind of cool. So I try that. So yeah, so I think that's fine. And let's do one more mock-up here. Let's come back. So this is good. You know, I'm not going to go beyond this. Let's just save. And once you know what you like, you know, you could like always come back in and cut out parts that you don't need and optimize the scene. I'm going to, this is a particular scene I have in my head, so I'm gonna actually try to do some kind of standing forms for what I have in my head. So I'll show you guys an idea of what it is I'm thinking. So I I had some ideas that I generated using AI really quickly, and I just decided, okay, I'm gonna draw it. I'm gonna draw it, you know. So I'll show you guys what that looks like in a minute here. Hold on. And this is kind of what I'm going for. It may come as a shock to some of you, or may not. Let's see here. Okay, let's jump in. I'll show you guys kind of what I have in my mind's eye, or part of it, part of what this is. Okay, so let's go into this art concepts. Okay, guys, you ready? You ready? Okay, so let's check this out. Check that out. So I generated this, and I thought it was pretty cool. So this is something that an idea I had that came to me, right? And I was like, hey, this will be a cool thing to do, blah blah blah. And I wanted kind of like a painterly thing or whatever. So I just kind of generated the idea, right? So now I'm just taking the general idea and trying to transfer it into my actual art, right? So, because I like to do my own art, right? I don't like generating art a whole lot. And I like doing a mixture between generation, or what they call, and I call it generation. Not really, it's not really AI. It's more generative, collaging or whatever. So this is the idea that kind of came up with the birch trees and the snowy lands, and this cool kind of character looking like this, you know, as a sniper or whatever. But I'm not going to do a sniper. It's just the overall feel of it is what I like. 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I'm getting a phone call. I'll be right back.
camping last spring. Saw people, places, and things. We barely had arrived. Friends asked us to describe the people, places, and every last thing. So we unpacked our adjectives. I unpacked frustrating first. Reached in and found the word worst. Then I picked soggy and next I picked froggy and then I was ready to tell them my tale. 'Cause I'd unpacked my adjectives. Adjectives are words you use to really describe things. Handy words to carry around. Days are sunny or they're rainy. Boys are dumb or else they're brainy. Adjectives can show you which way.
Okie doke, guys. I'm back. I got a phone call. I had to take it. It was my sister, guys. I was working on this in the meantime. I didn't just switch off, right? So let's see. So what I did, I put things that would be trees in like one thing here, and let's see. And I put everything in its own collection, right? So the reason why I did that is because I want to random select these trees and give them different thicknesses. So slightly different thicknesses, not completely. So I'm just gonna go ahead and select this. Not select it. Let's do a random select first. A random select. So it random selected some of these, and this is the option for random select down here. I'm just gonna go ahead and just scale Z and just get them slightly. Oh, let's do it on the individual origins. That's good. Scale Z so that it should have like slight random thickness there. Right. Let's go ahead and do some more random select on this. Let's scale some in, make them thinner. I don't want them too random, but just random enough. Let's go down, let's go less, something like that. We're gonna make these skinnier. So scale on Z, and scale, make them a little thinner. Okay, so this is all birch forest. This should be good enough, right? All right, so I want to test out some stuff here. Okay, so this floor here should technically be, let's smooth shade this. Let's do the pass out on our camera. So I'm just gonna jump over here and make the background black so it's not the rest of the scene is not bothering us. So we could actually see what this image is kind of posed up to look like. Okay, I want to do a little bit of a render here. So let's go into shading. I'm just going to go ahead and save. And let's go into the camera view here. Because that's kind of what matters. So right now we have the EV shading, right? We don't need this foot thing. Maybe this foot thing drew in a lot of people. But nah, I'm just joking. Okay, let's go in here. Oh boy. Am I going to get in trouble with you guys? Alright, so let's see here. Let's add a new. Okay, I'm gonna make this what I want to make it. Let's see. Guys, this is some of the stuff I really like growing up. Some of these like theme songs for cartoons and stuff. I think is it two rupees? I don't know. I could be wrong with this one. Let's go in here. Let's turn the roughness down on that. All of a sudden you get this. And let's go ahead and do this. Okay, so let's go in here. I want to see how far we can get with Eevee. I mean, I'm not really an Eevee type guys, you guys know I love to use cycles. Let's just try this, the ray trace with it. Oh, not bad. That's not bad. We might be able to rock this with Eevee. It just might work. It's so crazy, it just might work. Okay, let's change the background here. Let's go sky texture. Okay, this is worrying me right here. This change the background is not really changing. So I guess we have to go to shaded right here to get that. I might go over to cycles, guys. It's just you could do a lot more in cycles, so I'm just gonna do that. Let's just jump over to cycles and see what we get here. Yeah, you could get a lot more in cycles. Jump into this shading part here. Let's change the type of sky texture. Whoa, look at that one. Isn't that one crazy? I like the backlit version of this. Oh no, this is hot. Let's do let's bring the sun a little more overhead. Let's go 45 degrees. And let's rotate the sun. I'm gonna bring the sun closer to the front a little bit. Let's do something like this. I think this feels interesting to me. Yeah, let's do something like this, guys. This feels interesting to me. And the elevation is how elevated it is. If it goes 60, I believe it's more overhead, which feels somewhat natural. But if we go lower, it's gonna sink. It's gonna set. It's gonna set. The sun is gonna set. Now that's interesting. I like the kind of golden hour kind of look. Kind of trying to choose like a nice kind of happy, kind of medium-y kind of thing, with some interesting lighting in there. Okay, let's go 40 degrees. Right, and this is an environment strength. If you tune that up, it's gonna be really lit. If you tune it down, it's like there's not much, you know, not much bouncing. I'm gonna put this back at let's go 0 point like 7 maybe. Let's duck back a bit on that. And let's instead of having my computer burn out, I'm gonna change these settings right here. I'm gonna go to GPU compute, so it's gonna compute a little nicer. Turn off your noise thresholds. Have you guys seen me done this already? And let's stick at 16 for a minute here. Let's put the denoiser on. I believe we want a little more than that, so let's go 64. Oh, let's go 32. Yep. So a little more action happening there. And we could cheat because it's a single image being rendered, so we could cheat. We could cheat with this overall environment lighting. We could also put a sun in here, but we're not. I'm not going to right now. Just leave the camera and everything else like that. You know what? Maybe we should have a secondary light just coming out of nowhere. So I'm gonna put like I'm gonna drop. Okay, I got an idea. As usual, yet again, another idea. Let's give this floor a little bit of roughness. Alright, and let's see here, the specularity. Turn that down, it's going to be like that. All the way up is going to be like that. It's going to be really sharp. Let's just turn it part of the way. I think it was on 0.5. Let's go 0.5 again. On that, let's give the tint. Let's give it a little bit of tint. Okay, rather than just pure white, and let's go a little bit more like this. Okay, let's play with that lighting there a bit. I'm gonna duck back the sun, even though it's not actually what you're supposed to do correctly is go into. It's not really play with the environment too much as playing with your exposure. So let's turn the exposure down a bit. Right. So that feels a little bit better. I normally like to go with minus 2.2 because I know V-Ray, I remember putting a 2.2 exposure control, so, or yeah, something like that. But yeah, let's do that. That works. That feels somewhat okay. All right. Save. All right, and this is kind of good for like good concepting, right? So I think I want this to not. I think I want my floor to be a lot more reflective. So I'm gonna turn the roughness back down. Let's see, completely without roughness. And if you turn a little bit of metallicness, if you turn metallicness up, it's gonna like do what I want it to do. But let's I'm gonna play with this a bit, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna come something like this here. Let's go 0.2 on the metallicness. So there's a little metal flakes in there, even though that doesn't make sense. Let's turn up the roughness just a smidgen, 0.1. Right, so it's a little roughness going on there. Maybe that's too much, but let's go 0.05. Half that. So I still want some sharp reflections. Okie dokie. And this I want to be transparent in order to reveal something below. So let's see if we could work that out. You know, I believe I might have to do something special in here. So I'm gonna do that special thing. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna come in here. I'm gonna add another cube. What did I do? Okay, good. Okay. Shift C. Let's get a center right there. Let's add a cube. Lovely. Look at that. And let's select the cube and edit mode and go Z, and I'm gonna put whoa. So grab Z, and I'm gonna type -1. Actually, is it Z? Yeah, -1. Oh, we just gotta fix some things here, guys. I forgot to turn these things off. Okay, I'm gonna remove the top lid of my box. I just want something like that, and I'm gonna select everything. Just flip that. Okay, I'm just gonna scale that up now. So this is kind of what I personally want in there. Kind of want a box that's nothing could penetrate or whatever it is. And let's go back into the rendering shading. I'm gonna make this slightly transparent, so I'm gonna put a transparent shader. Oop, I think this music is like blasting. Let me turn it down a bit. Okay, there we go. Sorry about the music if it was too loud, guys. Okay. Let's get another shader in here. Let's get a transparent input. Let's go shader transparent. And I'm gonna drop the transparent right here. We can play with these shaders a lot, and that's, you know, I think I'll do that. I'll play with them a good bit. Let's come in here. Let's look at this glass thing. Let's see if we could subdivide this. Actually, we could scale this in a bit. It doesn't have to be, scale it up to where we need it. Let's do that. Okay, and I'm gonna punch a hole out through the floor here. Oh man, this might cause some problems. But hey, Actually, wait, hold on. Wait a minute. So let me think about this a minute here, guys. Yes, sorry. We're gonna have to do some finagling. Okay. Let's go to the side view. Okay, let's do some cutting. So I got everything selected. Let's close up this view here. And I'm gonna use the bisect tool. I just realized that, you know, we're gonna have to try to like do some real stuff here, not fake the funk and everything. Okay, so we want to get rid of the outer. Nope, we got rid of the inner. And can we fill it? Can we fill the other side? No, we cannot. So I'm just gonna leave this alone. Alright, so we just essentially what we did, we knocked out all the other parts that we don't need. So that's good enough. Alright, so I just want to select this and make sure this is an absolute snapped at the same level as our glass plane. Okay, so I believe that should be absolutely there. Yep. Now glass plane. Okay, now we should be able to do what we need to do with this. Okay, I'm gonna select this box. I'm gonna give it I'm gonna call this space. Underscore matte. Let's turn that completely black with no kind of, with complete roughness, whatever it is. Okay, let's go back to this and let's do a mix shader. Okay, so I'm gonna put that there. I'm gonna put a transparency up here. I'm gonna put this in here. So this is completely transparent. This is with some stuff, and this is in between. Okay, so I want to test this out, guys. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make this kind of like a sky blue. Deep sky blue. Let's do this. Okay, and I think I want to add another reflective shader on top of that, but for now I'm gonna do this. Right, and so this is working so far. Let's add another thing. I want to add a sphere. A UV sphere is fine. I'm going to subdivide it 64 times. Just so that we get enough. Let's go 32 on the rings. Yep. I'm going to hit a shade on that, smooth shade. I'm going to push this on the bottom. It's going to make it just slightly bigger. Bring this on the bottom. Okay, let's go into our thing. I'm gonna do this, call this Earth. Turn the roughness down on that slightly. Okay, I'm gonna select my glass back. Yep. Perfect. So This is somewhat working the way I want it to. Let's see if we can add another thing here. I'm gonna do this, do this. Let's see what else, what other shaders they have. Okay, glossy shader and a glass shader. Okay, let's go to glass shader. I'm just gonna use this instead. So the glass shader definitely reveals a lot more below there. Put that in there. Just go 0.7 on that. Index of refraction. Control Z. Let's go back to what it is. 0.5. They actually have a thin film. There's nanometers. Is that what that is? Let's leave the thin film out for now. I think I might want a slight bit of roughness, not too much. Let's do a roughness of one here. Let's give this a samples of 64. I think that'll suit it well. I think I might want like a slight gloss happening here. Was that giving it this? Yeah, so that was giving it a bit much though. Let's try this. Come in here with this. Let's give that a 0.5 there. Okay, let's deal with the quote-unquote earth here. I'm gonna add a Fresnel. Fresnel, and then give it like a ramp color. Let's use this as the middle part here. Yeah, let's see just this by itself. Let's give that like a nice kind of blue. Specularity. Give it something like that. And a similar little atmospheric haze there. Let's see if we could give it a little bit of let's see if we could use the same thing here to give it some light. Just make this black. And we want the emission. Let's check the emission strength. I'll turn the strength all the way up to that. Let's give the color more of that kind of blue. Buck back a bit. So turn this all white. Okay, so I think that might work. Technically, this thing that I'm doing here should have a little bit of thickness to it, so maybe we could do that. Okay, let's give it a little bit of extrude Z. Yes, too much. Give a little thickness. And I would have to look into actual getting like a full-on glass shader happening for this. For right now, I'm just kind of just doing some basic rudimentary things here. Now that I'm looking at this, I'm wondering if the person's legs should be out more. If like they're really like relaxing, you know? Let's just test if we stick the leg out more. Yeah, that might look better. I think that's better. Having the leg stick out like that. Maybe it being up like that is good too. Let's take a look at that. No, maybe the foot should be down. Let's go back. I think that's better. Let's stick with that. Sometimes you could overthink things, you know. Sometimes like whatever the original first blush pass was is probably the best anyway. Let's move this down a bit. I know it's kind of intersecting his foot or her foot. I'm just gonna bring that down. Okay. Subdivide this a little bit more. Just to get like a little bit of a smoothness to it. Let's apply that. Okay, so maybe I should give the camera a little bit of an angle, so I'm gonna try that. We'll angle up, just so I could bring it a bit lower. So I'm just gonna angle it up just a little bit. It's not so straight. Okay. And then I'm going to bring this lower. I just want to watch how much of that blue thing I'm getting in here. Okay, I think that might be good. Some background things may need to get a little taller. Almost all these background things. So go ahead, scale Z. It's all good. Let's subdivide this. so we can get a little more action happening. Oh, whoa, hold on. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's like the whole thing. Subdivided. Okay, that's better. Just want to give this a different color so that it could stand out in the render. Okay, I got one more element I want to play with. I'm just gonna add it to the props layer. Or should I play with that element? I don't know, guys. Okay, let's try it. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I'm just hanging out, guys. This is a hangout. It's supposed to be a hangout stream, but you know, I'm just working on things in the meantime. If you got anything cool you wanna talk about, share, whatever it is, I'm here. I'm here for you. Okay, so let's go here. This is gonna be tricky. Actually, hold on. Let's do this. So cool that you could like do something like this in Blender. Like just select an edge and just have it kind of follow through to where your cursor is. That's a nice thing. That's a nice little feature right there. Okay, as you could guess, guys, I would like to do some kind of cloth sim on this. So let's see. Turn the point mode here. So we could adjust these points to make sense. So where freeform adjusting things kind of helps you get things kind of like laid out kind of quickly. It's like you just gotta pull points and don't care. Alright. Let's see. I just made it a cloud object. Okay, I think now you could like tell it where you want things to pin. So I'm gonna choose some parts here where I want it to pin. Do that. Let's do this. Just want to move this up a bit. Okay. I'm gonna call this part here pin. Oh, let's just subdivide this before I do that. Oh. Oh, that's gonna do it like that? Okay. It's gonna be a little odd, but one pin there. Okay. That's gonna be the pin right there. Okay, I'm gonna make a vertex group of that. I'm gonna call the vertex group pin underscore cape. I'm gonna assign just that to there. As it, to make sure it's assigned, deselect and then select again. Yep. So we got this. Let's go. Let's jump into the physics tab here. Into shape, pin group, select the pin. Okay, and then they have different presets here for different kinds of, if you click here, there's different presets for different kinds of cloth. I think silk is normally pretty good, so I'm just gonna click on silk. And let's just see if it simulates. Let's go ahead and save. Press play. Yes, it does. Okay, let's add a wind in here. Let's bring this to the center. Let's add a wind. I'm gonna pull this back, bring this over here for now. Local, give it a slight rotation. Let's play it. Okay, so the wind strength is not enough. Wind factor, noise, give it a little bit of noise. Okay, let's tune it up. It is blowing it. Strength, noise amount, seed. Fall off a sphere, I don't know why. A little more strength. Select that. Let's go up. Steps quality up. I think I added silk, it was rubber, denim, cotton. Oh, I have one called clothes. Let's do. I think silk should be lighter, right? But anyway. Yeah, cotton is heavy. Why isn't that wind strong enough? Let's see. Fall off power. I think the wind has to be insanely high or something. Let's go back. Yeah. And you can animate the wind too. I think it needs some turbulence, so let's see if we can add in a turbulence. Turn the turbulence strength up, let's go back. Yeah, turbulence is starting to hit it. Let's go 100 on that. Let's go to the wind. Oh, it's gonna win 500. Yeah. Okay, I just need to anchor it a bit more. Let's anchor this a bit more. 10. Add the weight here and let's pin this just slightly. think you can do that. Just gotta wait for 0.3. Okay. Let's shade smooth. Yeah. Maybe you could turn the stiffness down on the cloth, maybe? Is that what it is? Let's check it out. Speed, stiffness, tension, shear. Okay, we don't want it to resist bending too much. 0.001. Okay. You want to bring the tension down to 0.3. It's very on a shear cape. Okay, that's starting to feel a little bit better. And compression. Let's see the compression. Let's have a nut. Let's go. What's that? 5. What was the default attention? Was it 5? So 3 on that, 3 on this. Go back. Yeah, so like right there, that's a good frame there. 149. Give it that classic, I'm gonna give the cape a little bit of thickness. Let's see. Solidify. Yep, that's fine. And just give the cape a color. I'm gonna stick it on this right here. I like the way that looks. So let's go ahead. So new, this cape. And for the color, let's give that a nice little red there. Make it a little dark. Gotta have that Kira red, guys. Can we subdivide this? Let's go here. Generate subdivision surface. Yep, subdivision of 1 is fine. Let's turn the roughness down a little bit, give it a little bit of shine. Go 0.3 on the roughness. Let's give it a little bit of sheen. Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's give the sheen tint a little red because it's like probably more velvet. Turn the roughness down on the sheen a bit. Okay, I think that's good. $149, I think it's fine. Let's see what other, so 149. I mean, I could give it collisions, but I'd just rather not do that right now. I like that. See what that looks like. I feel that looks better. So let's go ahead. Yeah. Now how about this, the last frame? Oh, that's even better. We're definitely gonna use this one. It's 250. Okay, so I'm just gonna do the start frame at 250. There you go. It's a little intersecting a little bit, but it's fine. How about this one? Try this. Let's look at this one. That might be better. Okay, 203. 230. No, 203 I mean. And then 203. Bam! That's it. You should be able to freeze this and just have this as a thing, but I'm gonna leave it as a thing because I could play with this some more and make a better cape thing going on. Let's take a look at this guy here. Shoulder, you got problems. Let's delete this. Let's go X on that. Oh, if you do X, it totally collapses that. Moving forward a little bit, it's a little bit nicer. I'm gonna leave it as is. Let's check the straight up shot. Okay, so the arms look to me a bit too long, right? I believe that maybe the arms on the chair could be higher to accommodate for that. Let's do that. Alright, so that should be like that. And let's fix the arms. So you definitely want to do all this kind of tweaking, like up front, you know, like right where you got it right here. Yeah, that feels better. So these like long sloth arms. You got regular arms. Bring this out a bit. Let's adjust these, adjust this part here too. Let's go, this view. Okay, just gonna bring this bad boy back a bit. Something like that. Let's rotate that up a bit. Let's get our rotations on. So just this one point here. Something like that. Let's select this part back here. Let's bring this over here. Let's see if we can get that back into the hand. I will see that kind of works. Okay. Yeah, I'll see that kind of works. So that to me feels a lot better. I got an idea. Let's go. Whoa, let's go back into this mode and edit it one more time. Let's Alt A scale that. Okay, that's what I thought. So we definitely need to do something like that there a little bit. Give that back some shape. So this a little, I knew it was a little too, you know, too something. So select this, and select this as the last thing. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a rotation. Gonna pull it out of that corner edge there, just a little smidgen. Okay. So I'm thinking that this pole here is a little too close to the actual character here. So you know, we'll probably have to rotate that. Normal. I'm gonna give this a slight rotation. I just had to pull it away from the throne a bit. This feels kind of somewhat okay. Pull this down a bit. I'm gonna push this forward a bit. Go back into shading. Okay. Let's plug this into the emission color. I'll turn the emission strength. Well, let's plug this into the color then. Okay, so we gotta control the color a little bit. I'm just gonna try to put a light below there. Just go 3 on that. Maybe 6. Pull back on that a bit. Let's put a light below here. Okay, let's invert this sphere. I'm just gonna do a little trick, a little cheating here. Ooh, it doesn't. I don't think it likes that, so let's invert it back. Okay, I'm gonna put a light right there. I'm gonna put an Omni light, which is just a point light in Blender. Let's put a point light below this. I just want to see what happens. Another power. Powerful point light. I think there's a way to have it ignore mesh. Yo, what? Dorg. Dorg11. Hello. How's it going? How are you doing? Hello and welcome. Welcome to the xsinick show. How are you doing? What's up? Are you doing good? Wow. Well, you deserve a hello from xsinick.
Konnichiwa! Konnichiwa!
this here. Okay, light groups. Here we go. I think if I start again to light groups, I'll mess it up. So I'm just gonna pull it out for now and just fake the funk a little bit. A matter of fact, probably we should not use a point light. I'm gonna use a different kind of light, which is probably gonna get a better result in terms of how it looks, right? So let's see here. Let's get a area light. I think this is gonna work, guys. So see here. Rotate along the X and let's go 180. Whoa. Rotate X 180. So are you interested in Blender? Or are you just hanging out here, dog? Are you a Blender person? Or do I know you? Okay, let's is this facing the right direction? I believe it is. Ah, okay. You doing Blender right now? Okay. That's awesome. You don't have to say who you are. Just answer this one question. Do I know you? If you just say yes, I think I have an idea what's going on. If you say no, well, I don't know. Oh, I thought it was someone else in community playing coming in here. Hey, but welcome anyways. Okay. I thought it was somebody that I know. Like, I'm so glad that you joined us. That's awesome. So dog, I don't know if you know, I made a tutorial on how to make simple characters in Blender really quickly. And you could take these characters, like this is a simple character that I made in Blender. And the tutorial is on YouTube. Gotcha. Absolutely. I do the same. Okay, I'll stay quiet then. But I got a tutorial on how I made this character out there on YouTube. You just have to search my name and you'll see how to make simple characters. And then you could take this character and you could sculpt the character and make it look very detailed in whatever like character you know, however you want it to look like. Okay, so I'm going quiet here. I'm going to listen to some music. Okay, guys. So I'm missing one more element. I think I should add a little fog into this. Let's see if we could get that. I just want the atmospheric one, the simplest one. I know there's volume fog, but okay, let's try for the volume. That's what is being recommended, but let's see. So maybe I could control it with the domain. That might be better. So let's go ahead here. Grab Z1. I want a low fog, so it's all good. Just keep it low, like about here. About here. Okay. Scale. Back like this. Just like this. Okay, my PC screaming. So okay, let's see if we could actually get this to work. So here, it is selected. I know I'm gonna subdivide this just in case. I think I may need to move certain things around. Control A. Scale on rotations, go new material. Let's get rid of this. We want a principal volume. Wow, it's thick. I think it's working already. What the? Okay. Definitely want to control it, so you're gonna need like some kind of gradient. So let's come in here. Is that a ramp? Color ramp. Okay, you want to control the density, I'm thinking. Let's plug this into the color over here. Probably not. Why would that be in the color? Let's leave that out for now. It's time to do something here. Just add gradient texture. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's add all the other doodads like texture coordinate node and a mapping node. Okay, let's just go regular here to here. See what this does. Let me see if I can see the... Yep, so this is how it's been colored. That's kind of what I want to see there, but let's rotate it the other way around. And of course that did nothing there. Okay, I think that's the action there. Yeah, that's what we want. We want it the other way though, so let's go minus 90. Yeah, that's what we want right there. Oh, why is that being plugged into there? Let's leave this as is. Yeah, if I do that, I get less fog. Okay, this is why I subdivided this, just in case if that happened. Subdivide that again. Subdivide this again. Let's go faces, or rather let's go edges. Let's go like these. Only for the C's. Right here. Yeah, so this is what I wanted. Okay, before we do that, let's go to the side and do a real nice fog thing. Can't believe how well that's kind of working, actually. Do something like this, and just for this part here. bring this part down. Okay, now select these squares. It's right here by the main guy. Okay, let's do these outer ones. And I think I want to clear the background there a bit. Probably a little too high in the back. And then this is like actual straight up like raw density happening in here. Just probably what you would not want. Alright. Yo, hey, dork. What are you working on in Blender? Like, what are you doing? Hey, if you don't mind me asking, just wondering, you know, like, you know, what some people are you doing like a character or like, you know, I don't know. It's interesting right there. If you turn this down, it'll turn down how dark it is. If we turn that off, it'll be completely off. Then we could slightly turn that up, get some of that happening in here. Yeah. And what if I come in here and I turn the white up a bit? The white color up a bit. I think that might be kind of cool. Let's take a look at this mesh. See what I got here. Oh, okay. think this is cool. We'll see that. Not that it's gonna affect anything, but oh, did it? And let's change this to like some sort of cage thing. Viewport display, and I'm going to the texture. I'm going to go wire, so it's like a cage for the. And we could add more, like, you know, like. Oh, it's a prototype from Puppy Playtime? Now that sounds interesting. What is that? Puppy Playtime. Is it something I could look up or no? That sounds interesting. Okay, I'll check it. I'm gonna try to raise up the back of this here real quick, and then we'll see what Puppy Playtime is about. Oh, that's a little too much. Okay, here we are. Okay, guys, so this is the so this is a little prototype right here of something, of that idea I had. So sometimes you got an idea in your head and you just kind of want to sketch it out real quick and kind of almost have it work in like 3D space to some degree. Let's go random here, random. You know, and you know, you kind of want to do like something that looks kind of like a render. You know, just to kind of prototype it out. Then, you know, we could take this character and we could sculpt on it. And I think I'll totally would do that, but let's save that for the next. Let's save that for the next stream, guys. Let's take this guy, and I'm gonna sculpt it close to like what I have in my mind's eye. Not quite, and I think that'll be good enough for me to start drawing and bringing it into the GIMP, or rather Critter. A lot of people use Critter or Photoshop if you got Photoshop, but I'm gonna use it in like the GIMP, and maybe some Critter, maybe Critter. I'm gonna bring it into Critter, and I'm gonna continue working on it, and you know, doing like some, you know, some bringing it to like what I have in my mind's eye or whatever it is. But yeah, this is a good kind of mock-up prototype to see, you know, to see if my idea is working or not, right? Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. There you go. Even better, like on the stone, on this thing here. Let's add like a. Rather than just having it white, I'm just gonna add an ambient occlusion and a ramp. Just to give it a little more something ramp. We don't need it, but you know, but let's just give it a little more something there. And we could add a stone texture to it and do all kinds of stuff. But I don't want to get too detailed right now. I'm gonna check out that Puppy Playtime right now. Oh, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Okay, I'm looking it up. Oh, that's that's this thing? Oh, Poppy. Oh man. This thing, that's what that is. Okay. Oh, I feel like I'm under a rock. Basically. And there's so many people in our search 1006. Is that okay? Puppy Playtime. Oh, this thing here? So it's kind of like a mechanized kind of thing. Man, these things are scary. It's almost like that Freddy's game, you know? Kind of scary puppet type things. Wow. There's so many different versions of it though. Like, which one is the right one? Very cool. Ah. That's joking. Okay. See here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, the ambient inclusion is taking that into account. Only local. There we go. Samples, let's go 2D2. Go slightly bigger distance. Yeah. Okay, so that works out. Ah, you know what a full body looks like. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna switch over here to big chat, guys. Dog, hey, thanks for hanging out with me today. That's so cool. You said hello and everything like that. You know, I would love to see how your blender, you know, I would love to see how your blender, you know, how it works out, how your blender model works out of, you know, from that game. I guess it's a game too, right? So yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. You know, to see how 1006 works out. You know, hope to see you here next time. You know, you could always join our Discord or anything like that. You know, and maybe I get to see it. You know, when you're done. Anyways, guys, you know, so there we have it. I had an idea. Thought I'd come on here and hang out with you guys a bit, do some modeling in Blender, a little bit, and kind of fleshing things out. We could always take this to the next level, which we would do in the next stream. So, you know, remember, you know, we got some albums out and stuff. You guys check that out. You know, we got a Northern Maid out. That's pretty cool, and some more on the horizon coming. And we got some pretty cool stuff on our Discord, so join that. And if you're on YouTube, hit the like, subscribe, and nah, I'm just joking. You can follow me on YouTube if you like or not. Or here on Twitch is great. All right, I'll see you guys later. And you know, for me and xsinick, have a good night. It's actually nighttime for us, so you know, have a good night or good morning wherever you are. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.
Wow!
Yeah, stick around if you want to see some animations that. Oh, dog just.
Dork 11111111111 just followed.
Whoa.
Cuteness over 9,000!
Oh, you made xsinick's night. You made my night too. Okay. I'll see you guys later. Stick around if you want to see little animations or trailers of stuff that inspire me to do my art in Blender and to draw. Okay, so I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye bye.
Let's play some video games! Yeah, yeah!